welcome to another episode. My name is Yisbel. Bera. I'm your host for Rise and Thrive with a Purpose. And I always love to start by saying there's two important days in life, the day that you were born and the day that you find out why, like Twain said, right? So today I'm very excited. I have here with me Peggy Delano. Oh my gosh, there's so many things I can say about her. She's an entrepreneur, an amazing leader. She's been in real estate industry for over 40 years. She's a coach. I mean, I can say so many things about her, and I would love for her to introduce herself. Welcome.
Hi, Val. Thank you so much. I am so excited. When you asked me to do this, like I couldn't even sleep last night. So I love what you're doing. So I first want to put out there that you are absolutely amazing. And when I get to sit with someone like yourself, your energy is just, we're on the 5th floor of this building, and I think everybody in the whole building can feel us. It's just
thank you.
Coming in here. Thank you. So a little bit about me. I've had my real estate license for over 40 years. I started coaching agents over 20 years ago. And honestly, I think I was coaching before I even knew it was coaching, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
It's kind of like manifesting. I've been manifesting my whole life, and then somebody explained to me what manifestation was, and I said, oh, wow, I do that. And I spoke to my coach 4 weeks ago, and I said, I will be on a podcast by the end of October. So put it out to the universe. We just met, and here I am.
I love it. No, that is so true. Like the power of a word. I mean, we have the power of actually making things happen, of blessing, and that's why every time I wake up, I make sure that I say my positive affirmations. That today's gonna be great and all that. And so I'm impressed with your background, but
Thank you.
yeah. So thankful to be here with you. Yeah, I believe that there's so much that the audience can learn from you.
That's what it's all about, right? Is being able to be open, honest, authentic. And I believe that when I do a podcast like this, or my meetings that I do every Wednesday morning for the leadership group of Gene Frederick, I get so much from them too. So I'm so excited to learn from you. So yeah. Let's do this. I don't know what to expect, but I'm ready to roll.
Thank you. And we know that everything has a beginning in life. I mean, your background, your success, and all that. Tell me how everything started.
I believe that there have been significant events throughout my life. One of the cool things about being at my age is that I actually get to look back and see where I made this turn and that did that. And connecting the dots is so exciting. Where I am today, I believe, came about from, it's going to be 10 years in January. My husband bled out in my arms from alcoholism. And that was probably the most gut-wrenching time. I mean, heartbroken, all of that. But through that, I was lying in bed. It was freezing cold. There had been a blizzard. And I knew at that very moment I was going to stay under those covers, or I was going to get up and tell my story.
Wow.
And I chose to get up. And I went to a course. I was a team leader at Keller Williams. I was with Keller Williams for over 16 years. I've learned so much with that company that has helped me to be where I am today. But when you ask me, out of all the events, because there have been many, what has brought me here to where I am sitting here today, it's that day that I woke up and I was a widow at 57 years old.
Wow.
Yeah.
And I will tell you, I want to stop right there when you decide actually to either just let that beat you up or make the decision and stand out, and make the decision to rise up. And that is, I don't want to take that for granted, but that's that says a lot of resilience, a lot of decision making, and that's what takes a successful woman like you.
Thank you. We have choices. We all have choices. And when I decided to do that, of course, you're in a daze for a while. You really don't know what's going to happen. Because I decided to move forward with this, so many people were asking me, did your husband have cancer? Oh my gosh, did he have a heart attack? Did he have this? Did he have that? My chest is tight just even thinking about this.
Yeah.
I had to be able to say, okay, I have been living and married to someone for over 32 years who was an active alcoholic. And no matter what I did, and this is going to sound a little harsh, he died anyways. So I knew then my purpose was to help others, especially women who need to come out from behind the shame, the guilt, all of that stuff that was weighing us down. And so that took me to a whole new level.
Yeah. And I know that leaders and are actually created in the dark. They're actually created in silence when there's trials, and that's where you actually become a real leader.
Thank you.
Yeah, so my respect to
It's life has a way of showing up, and I talk about pivoting all the time. And there were different opportunities that came up. However, I was asked to speak at a Keller Williams rally. And it was, only a few months after my husband had passed. And they wanted me to talk about how the office and the KW Cares had come to support me. And I needed to talk about how it wasn't about money. It was about the time that the people gave me. However, at that moment, I was going to be in front of 500 people. And I said, it's not that simple to just talk about what this great charity did. In order for people to understand where I was coming from, I had to stand up in front of people in public. I mean, I had gone to Al-Anon and I had gone to AA, supporting my husband in open meetings. This was the first time in public I was going to get up and I was going to tell my story of what I was living behind this perfect life. And so, yes.
Many leaders, women, are dealing with that.
So many.
Yes.
And so many. And the pain is raw. And if it wasn't for the people out in the audience and the people in my office that really came up to me afterwards.
How you overcome?
How do you overcome?
Like that season in your life, is there anything that you would like to share? I will say that there's certain things, like in my case, when my father passed away 14 years ago already, it's something that I learned to live with because he was for me my teacher, my everything. And so I will say in my case, you will share your own experience with your husband, and but it's definitely in my case something that I learned and I decide to not let that stop me because I was really devastated.
It's so hard to lose a parent. And losing my mom 25 years ago, and then to lose my husband, it was, I didn't know what I was going to do. So that strength then just led me to, and I'm just realizing this as I'm sitting here with you, tomorrow, and we haven't even talked about this, tomorrow will be the 2-year anniversary that I had brain surgery.
Wow.
And I had a lot of lessons with that as well. Thank God I'm okay. It was benign. It was crazy how the whole thing came about. However, it's the decisions that I made and got the strength to move forward with my husband's death and dealing with alcoholism and living that life of shame and guilt and hiding and, always having plan A, B, or C because you don't know what's going to happen at any time.
Yeah.
That experience helped me where I walked into a doctor's office 2 years ago. He looked at me. He said, you have a brain tumor. You're going to the hospital and you're having surgery. Okay, pick yourself up off the floor. And then I thought,
I love to deal with it. I mean,
deal with it. I was out of the hospital in 48 hours.
wow.
I did my Wake Up Wednesday Zoom meeting from my intensive care.
That's another thing that you
Room.
have an amazing group that depends on you, right? In 48 hours, you just
Unheard of.
Wow.
And to do a live Zoom from intensive care, the nurses and the doctors said I was crazy. But I made a decision that that brain tumor, just like my husband's death, was not going to define me. I wore
love
my
it.
own clothes in the hospital.
Wow.
I had, the doctors had my playlist going. I knew the songs that I wanted to hear. And what I'm here to say to you is that you have a voice.
Yes.
We all have a voice.
Yes.
And I know we've only got a short period of time, so I don't even know where this was going. But like I said, tomorrow I'm celebrating 2 years of waking
Wow.
up alive.
Congratulations. That's
Thank you.
amazing. Wow. Oh, God continue to bless him, and I will continue
I'm very
praying.
blessed.
Yeah,
Very,
yeah.
very blessed.
And we can see a lot of resilience in your story, a lot of decision making, a lot of ambition yourself as well. Because as you stated that, you put your own clothes on the hospital. That's ambition yourself. That okay, no, I'm not sick. I'm not in the position of.
Nope.
So that's.
I took control of me. And through my coaching and through talking to groups and being with you, because I can tell you're the exact same way I am. I think she'd be running the hospital. I thought I was running it. You would be doing it too.
Yeah.
I want women especially to understand they have a voice. They don't have to sit back in a corner and have other people tell them what to do. Yes, we have guidelines that, well, I believe my personality is a high I, high D.
I'm a high D as well.
Okay. And I believe that rules
So
are made to be
yeah,
broken.
but,
However, I want to help women
Get it done.
Get it done.
Get it out there.
Get it out there.
Yeah.
Be an advocate for yourself. Have
Love
a
it.
conversation with me. Have a conversation with you. Look for help because sometimes, you know,
speak out.
Speak
Yeah.
up because people around us want to pull us down.
Yeah, no, 100%. Yes, it's incredible. And just your energy, your voice creates an energy, and that energy creates some vibration in the atmosphere, and that creates a result.
Vibration, it's got to be at the highest level. Absolutely has to be
Yeah.
at the highest level.
Yeah, no, 100%. And definitely I can see a lot of courage in you, a very strong leader. And can you tell me, is there anyone that had inspired you the most to be the leader you are today that you would like to share with us?
When I was working for American Airlines, I had this amazing supervisor, Rose Gordon, and I tell her this to the day, that she totally inspired me. My mom inspired me because my mom said a woman can do anything, and she demonstrated that by going
Wow.
back and getting a college. She was already a nurse, but she went back and got more degrees in her 50s.
Wow.
And then I believe that Gene Frederick, who really got us all going with EXP,
I know. I just love that guy.
Gene and his wife Susan.
Yeah.
They are my closest and dearest friends. I actually lived with them for a year in Virginia while we launched Keller Williams in Virginia. Them as a couple, they have inspired me. Gene believes anything's possible. He
Yes.
says that you can do anything you want to do. He demonstrates that. And his wife, Susan, she finds the good in everything.
Yeah, no.
Absolutely finds the
Absolutely.
good in everything.
Absolutely.
Anything.
And I will say, like, the leaders out there, anyone watching us and any audience that, like, you have no idea what your words, your action can inspire others. It's like the domino effect, you know, like.
Absolutely.
Like,
It
as you
is.
stated, this amazing couple, and parents, be careful because the kids do not do what you say, but
Right.
they do what they see.
What they see.
And so you saw in your mother, look at the results on you now.
100%. And I laugh sometimes because something will come out of my mouth or, and I'll go, oh my God, that's my mom channeling through me. So with, my mom being that amazing role model growing up, my first real job, having a supervisor who encouraged me to go forward, keep
That's
going,
so
looking for
awesome.
opportunities, to be grateful for her to this day. So that's a tough question because there are many, many, many people in our lives. And I look at everyone and I want to give back.
I
And I
know.
want to learn from them. I
Yeah.
really I want to suck it all up. And what I've also learned when you talk about this, it's okay to say goodbye to people.
Yes, it's totally
It's
fine.
okay.
You have to sometimes.
You do. I
Even
never
family.
thought that.
I know
Oh,
it's
yeah.
no say goodbye, but sometimes you have some family member. They're
Mm-hmm.
not really making you a better version of yourself.
Right.
There's some conversations that they don't really deserve your energy and it's okay
Family,
to stay
friends.
away
Yeah.
of certain things that doesn't serve your why and your vision and mission and your business and your personal life. So I totally rhyme with you on that, 100%.
That's been very hard to do. And when I coach agents on that, we talk about our 5 closest people. And boy,
That's
when you
so-
go deep on that and you start asking questions, it gets scary. But
Yeah.
I promise you that when you free yourself of the baggage and the chains and the that's going on
Yeah,
all the
I
time, the
know.
people that are sucking you dry, what do they say? There are givers and there are takers.
Yeah. Givers and takers, yeah, 100%. I completely identify myself with that. And what do you think about this? That success sometimes it feels lonely. What do you think about that statement? And it's referring to that, like the
Yeah.
top 5 people asking, using your time intentionally.
Success can be lonely. And what I've learned, and I didn't know I was doing this, is we self-sabotage ourselves for success. So not only do you have people that could be bringing you down and not supporting you, what are the stories that we're telling ourselves in the head?
That's huge.
We can get rid of everybody, but we're going to sit in a room and we're going to think of every single reason why I shouldn't do that. And that is something I work on every day. Because I even thought about coming over here. Well, what do I have to say? I just met her. Maybe why does she want me on a podcast and blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
You just got to lean into it and you've got to trust your gut and yourself, and you've got to say goodbye to those stories in your head and don't get people in your life that reinforce those stories.
100%, and replace that lie with a new belief, right? With a new story or with a new future.
Absolutely.
That you're looking to make it happen. What is that one thing that happened in your life that you can certainly say, okay, this is one of the huge impactful moment that I had, that I learned and actually shift me this way? Or what is that one impactful? I know we all have many
There's
impactful
many.
moments,
There's
but
many.
if you can pick one, what will be and what do you learn?
Well, okay, like I said, there's many.
Yeah, I know.
But since I feel that I am only 10 years old because I was with my husband since I was 18 to 57, that's a long time, ladies. So when he passed away, I became my own self. And I'm learning and I'm growing. And so looking back at the past 10 years, the one impactful thing for me was when I said yes to an opportunity to move from Rhode Island to go to California where I knew absolutely no one, got rid of all my stuff, and started a new life. And again, instead of being fearful, I was afraid. Yes, of course I was. I didn't listen to all the things saying, no, I can't do that. So if I had not gotten up that day and then less than a year later said yes to an opportunity in California to start a luxury office in Laguna Beach, I wouldn't be sitting here with you today.
Yeah, wow.
Absolutely. And by the way, I want to tell you a little secret. When Jean talks about people not saying yes to an opportunity right away, I could have been the first I could have been the first EXP agent because Jean was actually staying at our home when he met with Jason Gessings. And he came back and said to me, do you want to go to let's do this. And obviously it wasn't the right timing. However, I took the opportunity to say yes to the other, which led me 4 years later to go to EXP, which has then brought me to here.
Wow. So what is that action, that decision, that step that you need to take today?
Oh.
Like, I love Tony Robbins when he say that complicity is the enemy of execution. I mean, sometimes you definitely want to do your pre-check and see, okay, does this align with my value, with my future, with my goals? And yeah, if it does, okay, yeah, sure. But sometimes we overthink. Humans overthink, right? Yeah.
Are you kidding me? You should see me sometimes. But you just brought up a word that's incredibly important. And I ask people out there, do you really know what your values are? Can you list your top 5 values? Well, it's great to write them down on a piece of paper, but are you living them?
Yeah.
Have you talked to your family? Does your husband, significant other, partner, family, mother, father, do they know your values? The people that you're in business with, do they know your values? Do your girlfriends know your values? I've started sharing my values with my girlfriends, especially the ones that I need to kind of, get out of my life, so to speak. Hate to say that, but I mean, there's a season, and I don't mean get out of my life. I love them. We're just not a right match anymore.
Right.
And
nothing wrong with that.
So many people throw that word around, values. They can't tell you what their 5 top values are, and they're definitely not living their top 5 values.
What are your top 5 values? What is that decision you have to make? Like, there's so many things that I already learning from you, and I'm pretty sure the audience as well. And we are going to leave her information here. She's an amazing coach.
Thank you.
And I'm so happy to be part of your Wednesday group.
I am thrilled. I am,
tell me about it. Tell me about it.
Okay. 2 years ago, as I said, I'm on Gene Frederick's leadership team. We were trying to connect with his agents, with all agents. And it was like, what was lacking? So my background is in communication. My husband was in radio for TV for 40 years. I kind of was piggybacked on that. So I said to Gene, let me do like a Zoom podcast. Let me do a live Zoom that is going to be come as you are, grab a cup of coffee, and let's just talk. Instead of the blah, blah, blah all the time, I've had grown men cry. I've had people make decisions to get married, to get divorced. I've had amazing guests. Our CEO, Leo, has been on. I have had Holly Mayberry. I've had our board of directors on. I have Jean on.
Wow.
People want to come and be on this.
Yes. The energy, the ideas.
We talk about
strategy.
Money. We talk about relationships with money and how that is. So it has just become such an amazing platform, and I'm so
I just
blessed.
joined, and I'm excited.
I am so blessed to have this. So it's every Wednesday morning. Can I tell them
yes,
about it?
Of course.
Okay.
Yeah.
So it's every Wednesday morning. It is 9 a.m. Eastern. It is 8 a.m. Central. It is 6 a.m. Pacific. And when I started this, I was living in Florida. So I'm still doing it at 6 a.m. in California.
Wow.
And it's ZoomPeggy.com. You never know what's going to happen. And it seriously is come as you are, grab a cup of coffee, open mic, and be your authentic self.
Yeah.
and engage.
Yeah, I love it. I love it. Now, I have one of my last question is that what is one thing that you can share and advise to that group of people that is trying to start something new, a new project, a new business, youth? So it could be someone just reinventing themselves, not necessarily youth. But what is a couple step, something that you can share with your experience and your background? I can see, a lot of decision making, strategy, resilience in your story.
Thank you.
And what is a few things that you can share with the audience? How can they start a successful project? We all know that nothing is in a machine. Automatically bottom doesn't work that way.
It's not going to work that way. And this, I love this question because it's going to lead into my favorite book. So first of all, we tell ourselves the self-sabotage. I can't do it. I can't this. I can't that. So I'd first love you to read a book. It's a John Maxwell book. It's called Failing Forward. That'll blow your mind.
One of my favorite.
Is it really? Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
I love that book. I would read that book first.
Yeah.
Then your idea, you're going to want to share it. I really want you to think about who you're going to share it with. Find people who have gone before you, who have. Gene Frederick, man, he had all the KW offices. He was the top team leader. He owned, the Northern California region in Hawaii with his partners. And he went home to his wife, Susan, and said, we own Blockbuster, and I found Netflix. Gene took a leap of faith. He will talk to you, even if you are not in real estate. So I don't know who this goes out to.
Yeah. It's entrepreneurs, leaders.
And entrepreneurs, find someone. Call me. I will help you find the person. Please put your dreams down. Walk around with your phone. Talk into your notes and talk as if it's already happened.
Yes, that is so powerful.
Oh, just
manifestation.
Man, it's already happened. And don't go to the naysayers. Think of the people that have supported you in the past. Surround yourself with those people. Go. Now they have YouTube. I mean, go on YouTube. Look and see the other people that are doing it.
Yeah.
Find out who's got some motivational things that you can watch. Research. Don't think you have to do it alone. Again, don't look for people who are going to blow smoke where. Because I'm telling you, you will self-sabotage. You don't need to. I'm here to tell you, you can do anything. You can reinvent yourself. I did it at 57. I'm doing it again now. You're reinventing yourself. Just go do it. Read that book.
I love it.
Get into the places where people will lift you up.
Yeah, and I know that you have a book coming soon. Yes, which as a John Maxwell certified coach is actually one of my favorite books to teach. Is definitely.
Let's teach that together.
Yes, I would love to.
I would too.
I would love to. Let's do a workshop, and it's incredible. We call him Papa John. He's such a.
I love John Maxwell.
Yeah, I love it too. He's aligned so much with my values and principles. Yeah, he's 100%. Amazing. Great leader. People first. He's always putting people first. And is there any final words? Anything that you would like to share with the audience? Yeah.
I sit here and I'm happy and I'm smiling. I also sit at home. I cry. I have self-doubt. I, wake up some days and just say, what the heck am I doing? We all have that. And that's reality. We always aren't sitting here in front of a camera, There are days when I sit in the parking lot sometimes and I just want to scream. However, I know that there are more good days now than those type of days. And I know, again, it goes back to those 5 people that you surround yourself with. You're okay. You're going to be great. And you can do great things.
I love it. That's so awesome. What a great way to finish this amazing episode. You're going to be okay. You can do all things,
Yes.
manifestation, decision making.
Yep.
And even we have a great book that I advise you to read. And the top 5 people, I mean, so many nuggets for you, for your business. And I just want to thank you for your time.
Belle, this is nothing happens by accident. Let me tell you, we literally met 24 hours ago.
Yes.
And I put on my list that I would be a guest on a podcast before the end of October.
Oh,
Swear to God.
Wow, there you go. Manifestation.
Yep.
Incredible. So it's been a pleasure
Thank you
sharing
so
with
much.
you.
Thank
so
you.
much to learn from you. Thank you
So
so
much to learn from you.
Yes.
This is great.
Thank you so much.
you,
Thank you
Belle.
so much. Well, we'll see you into the next one. Like and share.
Thank you.